What's going on, guys? Now, before we start the video, some of you may already know that I'm running a holiday giveaway special on the channel. So in random videos, I'm going to be giving away a bunch of awesome tech. And for today's video, I'm teaming up with my buddy Kevin Kenson to give away a custom red Xbox One S. Now, Kevin has an awesome gaming channel where he covers all the latest gaming news, so you guys definitely want to check him out. And to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is check the Gleam link down below. It's super easy, so just follow the instructions there. And we're gonna be picking a winner on the 21st, so good luck to all of you. And for those of you who don't know, I'm giving away a ton of other stuff on social media as well, so Twitter, Instagram, go check that out and follow me there. And you got more stuff to win. Good luck. What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and today we've got a showdown of some of the best noise canceling headphones on the market. And in our lineup, we've got the Sony Mdr 1000X, the Bose Qc25s, and the Sennheiser Pxc 550s. Now we're gonna compare these in a few different categories and see which one comes out on top. So as we go on and we rank these, I'm going to be assigning them points. Third place will get 1 point, second place will get 2, and first place will get 3. So that's gonna be an easy way to tally it up at the end and see which one actually comes out on top. So the first thing we're gonna do is compare the design. Now, looks is subjective, but I'll give you guys my opinion anyway. And we're gonna start off with the Sennheiser Pxc 550s. Now, I'm starting off with these because they're pretty much my least favorite. Now, these aren't bad looking headphones whatsoever, but I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the egg-shaped ear cups, but everything else about it is pretty standard. You got a standard headband. They stretch out just as much as you would want them to. Sennheiser is also able to minimize the buttons on the 550s by including a touch panel on the right ear cup that you can swipe up and down for volume controls, double tap for play and pause, all those kind of things, which is a really awesome feature that we're gonna touch on a little bit later. Now, second up, we've got the Bose Qc25s. Now, for the standard version, I would put that in second place, but what you're seeing right here is one of a kind, and these are actually customized by Colorware. So in terms of the color, you've got my logo and this little teal accent at the top. This is all custom made by Colorware. They can change up a ton of different gear. So from headphones to keyboards, PlayStation 4s, all kinds of cool stuff. You can actually get them to customize it. Now, when it comes to the regular Qc35s and not this beauty, I'd have to rank it in second place. While it doesn't have a touch panel like the Sennheisers, I do like the overall shape a bit better, and it actually leads to better comfort, which is our next category. But I just think that these look a bit cleaner and have a better shape than the Sennheisers. And in first place, if you couldn't tell, we've got the Sony Mdr 1000X. Now, I like these because they've got a really sleek design. And just like the Sennheisers, this has a touch panel, so you can control all your music right from the side of the ear cup without having a ton of buttons. And the buttons that are here are pretty flush, so it gives it a nice discreet look. And one thing that's cool about all of these headphones is that they're all foldable, which makes packing and carrying them a lot easier. And they can all be folded flat on a desk, which is also a very nice feature. Next category is comfort, and this is gonna be pretty quick, but in third place, I'm gonna have to go again with the Sennheisers. Now, these are really nice ear cups, don't get me wrong. They do have a nice little egg shape, which is pretty cool because it'll get your ear in there, but I did find that it's a pretty tight fit, so my ears ended up touching the cushions quite a bit, and with that, you can get ear fatigue after using these for a long period of time. Very comfortable when you initially put them on, but it is a bit of a tighter feel. Next up, I'm gonna have to go with the Sony Mdr 1000X. Now, the reason why I'm going with this for second place is that it's got some good spacing on the ear cups. The only thing though is that it doesn't have a lot of padding, so this one isn't quite as comfortable as the Qc35s. Nothing wrong with the design here, but I really do think that the design of the ear cups on the Qc35s are just great. These have amazing ear cups, very plush. I can wear these for a long period of time without feeling like I'm getting ear fatigue or listening fatigue. This is a very awesome pair of headphones in terms of comfort, which is why these are a favorite for travelers. Now let's move on to the next category, which is features. Now, these are all premium headphones, and something they have in common is noise canceling and that they're Bluetooth headphones. You guys know I'm a sucker for Bluetooth, but when it comes to features, I'm gonna have to put this guy in third place. This really doesn't have many features besides the fact that it has noise cancellation. It does its job really well, but it's pretty much a one-trick pony. You've got that active noise canceling, but it doesn't add anything new to the table. Now, in terms of features, second place is going to the Sennheisers. And as I already mentioned, this thing has a touch panel on the side so you can control your music just by swiping left and right. You can skip between tracks and songs. Volume controls are up and down. So that's a really, really nice bonus. We've seen touch panels on other Bluetooth headphones before, but it's really cool that Sennheiser is implementing it into theirs. The Sennheisers also have this little button here so you can switch between different effect modes. So depending on what you're watching or listening to, you can actually switch up the sound quality of the headphones. And the different effect modes that it has is club, movie, speech, and off, so you can swap between those depending on what you're listening to. Now, a really cool feature that the Sennheisers are introducing is the ability to turn on the headphones simply by putting them in this position. So when you go like this, that means you're ready to put them on, and when you want to put them away, lay them down flat. That's turning them off. Now, while that's a really cool feature and I love the implementation, I do wish they kept the power button somewhere on the headphones so that even if I wanted to keep them like this, I can turn them off. There's also this cool little LCD screen at the bottom so that you can see how much battery you've got left when you use these. And number one in terms of features definitely has to go to the Sonys. Now, Sony has introduced a lot of cool stuff here. It also has that touch panel like I mentioned before, just like the Sennheiser, all the same controls, so you're swiping for your music and all that good stuff. Now, one of the coolest features on this headphone is called Ambient Sound. Now, when you press this button, you're able to hear the ambient sound around you while your music is playing. Now, this thing is useful for multiple reasons. So me personally, in my everyday life, I love to listen to my headphones when I'm at home, and Ari sometimes calls me and I have no idea because I've got the noise canceling on, I've got the headphones covering my ears, I can't hear her at all. And she gets upset, she gives me the angry wife face, and I'm like, oh, my bad, what'd you say? So with this feature, I'm able to hear her yelling at me while I'm listening to my music.
Thanks, Sony, not a sponsor.
Now, Sony's able to do that because they include some mics at the top of the ear cups. So these are taking in the sounds that are around you, the people that are speaking to you, and then that is traveling into the headphones. So you got that heightened sound. Now, imagine someone speaking to you and you don't want to take off your headphones. A really cool feature that's implemented here is being able to cup the right ear cup and the music fades down and outside noises are amplified. So you're able to hear that person speaking to you or whatever's going on in your area without having to actually take off your headphones. And once you're done, all you have to do is remove your hand and you're back to listening to your music however you were before. Now, another cool new feature that Sony's introducing here is called the noise canceling optimizer. So what it does here is by pressing the noise canceling button and holding it down, it'll analyze all kinds of things like your head shape, whether you're wearing glasses, even the style of your hair, and tailor it to a different kind of noise canceling experience for whoever's wearing it. So as you can see, Sony's innovating with a lot of cool new features that I personally haven't seen on any other pair of headphones. So this is why it's number one. One thing that this is missing though is the easy ability to pair to more than one device. These two can actually do that pretty well. So I can pair this with my phone and my computer with no problem and switch between the two with no issues whatsoever. But wasn't that easy of a job to do with the Sonys. But still, all the cool new features makes it number one. Now it's time to judge the actual noise canceling. From my experience, I gotta say, these two pretty much tied in my book, and that says a lot. I was extremely impressed with the Bose Qc25's noise canceling features. I've never heard anything like this in my life. And to have the Sennheisers come in and pretty much do some comparable work, I was truly impressed. But I gotta say, guys, Sony's doing something crazy over there in those labs because this sounded even better. Now, even though the Sonys are better than these two, let's get this straight. These are all very good noise canceling headphones. They're all really amazing at what they do. But since this is a comparison, I gotta give this up to the Sonys. But if you buy any of these, you're not gonna be disappointed whatsoever. Now, when it comes to straight up sound, which is probably the most important category, I think I'm gonna start off with the Bose Qc25s. Now, this does have some pretty good sound quality. I'm not super thrilled with it, but it definitely gets the job done since it performs well in the noise canceling department. But in terms of like actual sound quality and all the things that you can expect from it, I wouldn't put this at the top of the list. I'd say second place would have to go to the Sennheisers. For me, this had a little bit more bass, which I personally am a fan of, and the overall sound just sounded really good. It didn't feel like anything was missing, so it had a nice full sound. But I gotta say, guys, for me, I don't know. Sony's killing the game right now with these pair of headphones. The Mdr 1000X had a really full sound. I felt like it was just a lot more dynamic. I could hear quite a bit more. It just felt like it had a more full range of sound. Bass is pretty good, vocals were clear. I have absolutely no complaints with this. Now, if you've been following the ranking and we tally up all the points, you'll see that the Sennheisers came in at 3rd place with 8 points. This is probably my least favorite. I think that's pretty accurate. It does some things well, but I probably wouldn't pick it over the others. Now, the Bose Qc25s, these are $50 less than the Sennheisers, and they still are a lot more comfortable to me. They provide pretty decent sound, and the noise canceling is just as good. So I'd have no problem going with these. But the overall winner here, guys, is the Sony Mdr 1000X. These finished with 14 points. That's a pretty big gap, but Sony's doing a lot of good things with this headphone. They retail for 400 bucks, which is $50 more than the Bose, so it's personal preference on how much you want to spend, but I honestly think it's worth it. $400 is too much money for headphones, to be honest, but if you're looking into these high quality headphones, then this is definitely the one you want to go with. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this showdown between the top 3 noise canceling headphones. I'm sure there are more out there, but that was between these so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.